Welcome to the 92nd season of the Cleveland Playhouse, America's first regional theater. Join us for a season filled with music, comedy, drama, and intrigue, with Northeast Ohio's holiday favorite, A Christmas Story, the unforgettable music of Gershwin alone, Tony Award winner Doubt, the Jane Austen classic, Pride and Prejudice. Call 216-795-7000 for information and tickets, or go to the web at clevelandplayhouse.com.
Shaker Heights was one of the first planned streetcar communities in the country. 100 years later, it continues its spirit of innovation with an ambitious plan to completely transform the community around the end of the Van Aken line.
One of the country's first planned communities, you could say Shaker Heights is a success story. But they don't seem to be satisfied. This city wants to keep shaking things up.
We didn't want to rest on our laurels. How are we going to make our schools better? How are we going to make our roads better? And that's what we're doing. We're constantly, and the administration constantly does it. What can we do better?
Everyone knows Shaker's been doing real well for a long time. Schools constantly grade out among Northeast Ohio's best, and livability, it's way up there too.
We've got lakes, we have beautiful parks, which we're redoing, a recreation center that's got all kinds of things, outdoor activities in it, sledding hills, tree-lined boulevards. It's beautiful.
Shaker Heights heads towards its second 100 years with a plan, the city's strategic investment plan, which they formulated in 2000 and 2001 based on feedback from the community.
The residents have said they want commercial districts that are as good or better than the residential areas that Shaker's so famous for. So where we're going is that we're trying to give the residents what they're asking for. We're trying to create really great mixed-use commercial districts.
Northfield, Van Aken, Warrensville, Chagrin. The intersections get congested to say the least. Addressing the traffic patterns takes place in Phase 1.
Until we can rationalize that intersection and make it a place that people choose to come to, there is no subsequent development. The first step is fixing the road grid.
Once the road grid's fixed, the terminuses of the Blue Line will move. Businesses and tenants in the area will temporarily move around during the construction. But in just a few years, the payoff will be huge.
You're going to see a mini downtown, a district with anywhere from 3 to 10-story buildings, ground level retail, structured parking, either offices or residential above. A real urban walkable place where, you know, if you choose, you don't have to own a car. You can walk out of your condominium building, walk across the street to your job, walk down the street to a great restaurant.
The mini downtown will be surrounded by picturesque neighborhoods. Shaker's history includes architecture that stood the test of time. The city's moving into tomorrow with an eye on yesterday.
We just try to incorporate their thought process with ours. We want things that look new and modern. We want them to be cutting edge. On the same side, though, we want them to fit into the architecture and the community at large.
Heartland developers have been one of the leaders in building in Shaker Heights. Avalon Station, South Park Row, and Sussex Courts are Heartland's developments.
You have to talk to the city people. What are they looking for? Talk to neighbors. We hire good architects, good planners, and then with our own thought process. Like Avalon happens to be I think our 5th or 6th project in Shaker, so we have an idea of what looks good and smells good.
Things are rosy at Sussex, which was built on one of the area's rare, basically vacant lots. It was an opportunity to build from scratch just down the street from a shopping area.
We all looked at it, including city officials, and they said, well, what could be done here? And I said, wouldn't it be nice to line the street with some traditional townhomes, sort of Georgetownish-esque? It's quieted the traffic. It makes people walk up and down Chagrin Boulevard now, which at that point you didn't see much of it. It made a big difference.
Shaker's easy commutes to downtown and University Circle just adds to its attraction for businesses and, of course, residents. The Shaker Heights approach makes it just as appealing to developers.
Well, what excites about Shaker is the history and the fabric that's here, and the closeness to downtown and to University Circle. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Bringing Northern Ohio to your door every month, Northern Ohio Live magazine's proud to support Live from the Circle. Dining, theater, basically all that's unique to our region can be found on NorthernOhioLive.com. Arts, culture, and living. Northern Ohio Live.